all-star. They're a decent team. They beat them in overtime. They have 3 more games against Washington, the worst team in the league. I don't care what the Cavs record are. And I think that Antoine Jameson and J.J. Hickson are actually going to lead them on to a decent end, maybe double their win total, get up to 16, 17 wins on the season.
Well, I mean, personally, I don't know. You never know what you're going to see in a professional sports league, even with the Cavaliers. You never know what you're going to see. And we've seen teams purposely lose games in order to get a top pick in the draft. So you never know what you're going to see. All right, next topic. The Red Sox making all kinds of acquisitions in the offseason. Carl Crawford, Adrian Gonzalez. Max, is this their year?
I wouldn't say it's their year. I'd say that it definitely is better than last year. They've made a good offense even better. They had a lot of injuries last year. People seem to forget. They were a good team. They just got plagued by injury, but they need the pitching. Their pitching, I still think, is subpar. They got the acquisition of Dan Wheeler for relief, but they need those starting pitchers, and they need their bullpen to be improved to be able to succeed in the AL East.
All right. Well, personally, I think they got some of that starting pitching. John Lester was plenty good last year. So was Clay Buchholz, and they're still young and moving up. We saw John Lackey. We saw John Lackey. Last year was his first year. He was okay, inconsistent, but now it's his second year in Boston. He's getting more used to it. I think we could see some improvement from him, and we could see 3 strong starters, and with an improved bullpen, we could see some strong pitching from the Red Sox, and on top of a strong hitting rotation, we could see some strength from the Red Sox.
It's a tough AL East.
It is, though. You're right. All right, sticking with baseball, moving over to the NL. Albert Pujols giving his team till the start of spring training to decide whether or not they're going to keep him or send him to free agency. Max, does Albert have the justification to do this?
Nah, I think he's being greedy and being way too much about himself. He's played on the Cardinals for a long time, and it's not like he's been a great player on a bad team. He's been a great player on a great team. He's seen 2 World Series, pulled out one of them. He's on a winning team. Why does he need to leave? They have a huge market, St. Louis. There's no other team that is showing extreme interest in him, and he should not be milking this out. He should have signed with them a long time ago.
Well, I mean, that's just the business of baseball. You go where the money is, and that's just what it is. We've seen it in Boston with Johnny Damon going to the Yankees. That's just how it works. Even if you're on a winning team, you go where you go. And in terms of, giving them that deadline, he just doesn't want any distractions, and that's just how it is. We've seen it here in Boston with David Ortiz and his distraction with the substance stuff last couple years ago, and we're seeing it with Carmelo Anthony right now in Denver. So, you know what? I can see where he's coming from a little bit. All right, we're going to move it over to football now.
Oh, yeah.
We saw Tom Brady in that unfortunate game against the Jets. He developed a foot injury. Max, is he going to be able to play as well in the 2011 season with this repaired foot?
I think he is. He's still Tom Brady. He's had injuries his whole career, from his head to his toe to the front to the back, everywhere. And somehow he always comes out and wins another MVP and leads his team to another great season. I think that the other players on his team are what are going to make him better and make him as good next year. Bill Belichick is a drafting genius. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round, 2 third-round, everything goes together. They don't need position players. They need offensive and defensive linemen.
Yep, you make a great point about those other players. You also got Ben Jarvis Green Ellis looking better every single game. Danny Woodhead and Deion Branch are on the team now, and they're looking great in the system. You got Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski coming in their second year. Young players looking better. Young players on the defense looking to support this team even better.
Makes them look better.
Brady does make them look better. The Patriots, I can only see them getting better.
Yep.
Sticking with football, we see all this stuff with the negotiations between the owners and the players looking like such a mess. Max, have we seen the last NFL football game?
No, we have not. The United States of America, I'm bringing it to this point. The United States of America needs football. The owners need football. The players need football. I need football. I don't know what I'll do in the fall without football. It means way too much to so many people. The president, Barack Obama, I'm going to bring it to this point. He is a sports fan. He will not let the world go without football.
I'm actually going to agree with you on this one. Even Barack Obama, even the Republicans will let him get away with this one, because even the Republicans love football. Everybody in America loves football. They'll call in the military from Afghanistan, and they'll say, "You have got to do something about this. We cannot let them not have football this year." They're not going to let this happen, no matter what's going on. So now we move it over to the basketball scene. We saw the Celtics play the Lakers recently. Great stuff for Ray Allen, breaking the all-time record for three-pointers in his career. But the Celtics, unfortunately, losing to the Lakers at home. Max, what was the more significant thing in that game?
It's great for us as fans, and it's great for Ray to break that record and to witness him breaking that record. But if you ask him what's more important, what do you think he's going to say? He's going to say the loss to the Lakers, rivalry at home. They needed that win. They're in a little bit of a slide, and the thing about this team is they're not there for their individual pay, for their individual points, for any of their records. They're there to win a championship. You start that by winning games.
Yes, and well, that's true. You also got to look at the fact that this is easily going to mean Hall of Fame for Rayon. He's got a ring. He's got an all-time record. He's played great throughout his whole career. This means Hall of Fame for him. And I mean, the fact that they lost at home to the Lakers lost at home to the Celtics. This does not necessarily mean they're going to lose in the playoffs. We've seen them looking old in the season and everything. And as long as they keep themselves healthy, going into the playoffs,
they need their bench and they need their starters. All of them need to be healthy.
They can easily turn things around going into the playoffs. All right, coming up on our last subject, sticking with the NBA, Carmelo Anthony and all these trade rumors we had since the start of the season. Max, what kind of distraction is this for the NBA, and where the heck is he going?
It's way too big a distraction. I shouldn't be watching SportsCenter and hearing about Carmelo Anthony when they didn't play yesterday, they're not playing today, they don't play tomorrow. Focus on the games. He's one player making a big to-do. It's almost like LeBron over the summer. Oh, where am I going to go? Everyone watch me. I need that attention. It's not necessarily just him. It's the whole entire NBA. Everyone wants him, but what they don't know is his teams need to focus on winning games.
Yes.
Stop worrying about one player.
Yes, absolutely. Too big a distraction. Not necessary. And what's more, the teams that get into him, they start losing. The New Jersey Nets, the minute they dropped off the table, they started winning. 7-6 since they dropped off the table. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. The New York Knicks, lately, 4-8. That's pathetic. And quite frankly, I think they're the top contenders right now. Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire, if those two team up, they could be really, really strong.
That's a scary, scary team right there.
That is a scary team. Well, that's going to do it for, excuse the interruption, for Max Block. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of PTE. I'm Josh Englander for YBA along with Nick Englander. Boy, can we not have any more snow this winter? I'm getting so sick of snow, and boy am I glad to see there is some sight of spring. The Red Sox, spring training, let's get down to it. I personally believe, and you're going to disagree with me of course, but the obvious guy for me to look after is Adrian Gonzalez. I am so excited to see this guy. Already out there trying to work out. I know his shoulder isn't completely right yet, but obviously you're thinking of someone else you're looking forward to. Who would that be?
Tomakia, the catcher we acquired last year. And I know he may not be considered our best catcher, but if you consider it now, we don't want to call up a young guy, and we have a couple of oldies still playing. We don't want to start Veritek. He's terrible now.
You really think so?
Yeah, I think Salta Machia is going to have to step up and prove that 2 years ago, when he was a young phenom, that he's got to be as good as he was back then.
Interesting case, but you're wrong. Let's go on to our next subject for PTE. Let's talk about Albert Pujols. The drama continues for the St. Louis Cardinals. The machine already has over 400 home runs for his career. He's already maybe a first ballot Hall of Famer. The guy is looking for that contract. The Cardinals don't like the money he wants. He wants apparently over an A-Rod type of contract, maybe even higher. And what would you pay this guy, honestly? I would pay him personally 10 years and $300 million. I honestly think he's worth that. I know it sounds crazy, but I think the guy's worth it. He's just he really is, obviously not officially, but unofficially, he really is a machine.
Well, if you pay Matt Holliday $17 million, you get to pay Albert Pujols $30 million a year. Now, if Albert Pujols, one of the best players in the game, the best all around, and you're not even going to pay this guy? Are you nuts? The Yankees paid Alex Rodriguez, and now he's old. They're still paying him.
It's ridiculous, and honestly, I think the Cardinals are doing a horrible job keeping this out of the media and not getting this done. Let's go to our next subject, the other drama we're going to talk about, the NFL labor negotiations. Roger Goodell, the man is under a lot of pressure to get this done. Have we seen our last NFL game for quite some time?
Yes.
Really?
I think there's going to be a one-year break next year because players like Johnson, Owens, they're not going to be willing to just say, oh, let's just agree now. Hey, shake hand. No, they're going to be very, 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 very tricky to solve. It's going to be very hard to get a deal done between the NFL and the Players Union.
All right. Well, my opinion personally, Goodell, what are you doing? Get this done. There's really, I'm disappointed in you, and honestly, if you're watching this show, you gotta get this done. Gotta get some business done. So let's go on to our fourth subject. The Cavaliers beating the Clippers, breaking their record 26-game losing streak. You know, I remember seeing this on ESPN, and honestly, I don't see the big deal in this, other than the fact that they broke the record for the losing streak, and then they ended up winning again. It's not like they beat the Lakers. They beat the Clippers, a team that is also considered one of the worst in the NBA. So I honestly don't see how this is such a big deal. Do you think this should be such a big deal?
Well, yes, because this is, of course, the aftermath of the LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cavaliers have proved without him, they're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The Cavaliers, let's face it, 26 games is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
This is why the media is going to say, oh, LeBron is gone. Oh, they're terrible now. Let's blow this all over. Yay. They finally won. You know, it's something like that. They're going to overblow this if the Cavaliers get another streak like this, I doubt it, but it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to blow it even more.
I totally agree. I mean, that's the media hype for you. Let's go on to our final topic of the day, the melodrama, as you would call it. The man has been the subject of trade rumors for all of the NBA season. I feel really bad for the man because he is a guy who shouldn't have to deal with all this pressure, but Denver does not want to go down to the situation obviously LeBron made the Cavaliers go down to. There's rumors about him going to the Knicks, the Lakers, even the Nets, although we've heard they might be out of it. But what do you think about this? Do you think this? You think they need to fix this? Where do you think he goes?
In my opinion, if you're Nuggets owner, you go up, talk to Melo straightforward, and say, "Do you want to be traded? And if you want to be traded, where do you want to go?"
I think
that's ridiculous. I think the Lakers, they don't need him. A team like the Knicks could really use him because it's a Madison Square Garden.
What about for the league? How would it do for the league, in your opinion?
The Knicks. He goes to the Knicks. It's Madison Square Garden. It's the whole thing.
Right.
The Knicks and they're pretty good now. And they need someone who can be dominant next to Amari Stoudemire.
Would you give up Gallinari for him?
Yes.
All right. Wow. I agree with that. And so that's our 5 topics today for PTE. Thank you so much for watching. But before we go, we have one congratulations to give for, of course, my boy, Ray Allen, the guy, 3-point record he broke a couple of nights ago. They lost to the Lakers still. But, I mean, the guy, it's been throughout his career. Is he, to you, without question, the greatest 3-point shooter ever? Still playing a few more years.
Yes. Definitely the best.
Not
by far. Reggie Miller, you can't forget him. And he and Ray Allen also are the 2 most clutch 3-point shooters.
He's got that right. One thing right today. All right. Thank you so much for watching PTE. I'm Josh Englander along with Nick Englander for YBA. This is PTE. We'll see you next time, everybody.
And yeah, congratulations to Ray Allen, an amazing record, and it was great the timing of everything with Reggie Miller there against the Lakers. If only Celtics could have won that game. So for Ben, Dylan, Adam, Jesse, and they're in the other room along with Derek, Jimmy Young, Eric Clemens, everybody here at YBA. We want to say thank you, and we have 2 birthday shout-outs. First of all, my favorite football player of all time, Drew Bledsoe, turning 39 tomorrow. And today is my dad's 50th birthday. Happy 50th, Dad. I hope you like the surprise I left in your room. Happy birthday to you. So for everybody here at YBA, that's our story. We're sticking to it. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
No, you.